Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. For those who do not know me, my name is 6july2022 of the Rustenburg Herald. Now today in this bulletin, I'm going to be riding alone. I'll be bringing you the latest news that is making headlines in and around Rustenburg. As we all know, the newspaper is going to be available this afternoon, just after 12 on the streets. Now let me start with an interesting story that's related to Youth Month. Now recently the Anglican youth in Lidag recently organized a fun run at their congregation there in Lidag. Now this fun run was joined by members of the community as well as congregation members. So it was a very, very good effort in commemorating Youth Month, which unfortunately has gone past, and now we are in July. Now moving right along, as we all know, in South Africa we have a problem of people losing their lives on the road, people speeding, people driving under the influence of alcohol. Now recently the Western Cape provincial government, following these challenges, recently proposed new speed limits for motorists here in South Africa that will see motorists in the residential area being compelled to drive 40 kilometers an hour and all that. Now more information is on page 3 of this week's edition of the Rustenburg Herald. Now moving right along, we have been hearing a lot about the government's plan to switch off the analog television into digital television. Now it was recently proposed that by the 30th of June, the process of switching off this analog television would take place. Now it was a blow because the Constitutional Court recently ruled that this was unlawful. Now people still have the chance to get their set-top box from the post office, and for those who can afford it, they can go and buy the set-top boxes in the form of HD TV, which is also similar to the set-top boxes that you receive for free. So more information about that is also on page 3 of this week's Rustenburg Herald. Now we all know that the fuel price has gone up, but if you do not know by how much, we've got a small article also on page 3 that is telling you all the various grades of fuel, how they're going to change from paraffin to diesel as well as gas. So we've got all that information in this week's edition of the Rustenburg Herald. Now we know that school holidays are still underway, and most of the parents who have not gotten the chance to go and do IDs for their children have been given a lifeline, because the Home Affairs recently announced to us that they have extended working hours to various Home Affairs offices. Now Rustenburg is also part of that, so if you would like to go to Home Affairs and do something related to IDs, yeah, you have until the 15th of July to do that. Now the extension was with effect from Thursday, the 30th of June, according to the Home Affairs Minister. Now moving right along, the power here in Rustenburg is also an issue, as always. So we have an issue in the entire South Africa about power outages. Now we recently got a notice from the Rustenburg local municipality about a planned power outage that's going to be taking place on the 9th and the 16th of July. Now it's going to be affecting certain parts of Rustenburg as well as the CBD. So for more information, do not miss page 10 of this week's edition of the Rustenburg Herald. Now all these stories and more are going to be in this week's edition of the Rustenburg Herald, which I said is going to be available this afternoon just after 12 at a mere cost of 5 rands. But alternatively, those who would like to get the electronic version, you can go to our website, which is www.rustenburgherald.co.za. We are also available on various social media platforms. That includes Facebook, that includes Twitter, Instagram, as well as YouTube. Now thank you very much for joining us. We will see you again next week, same time, same place.